Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. My name is Kashyap Rastan. I am a doctor by profession currently working in CGHS Jammu, and I welcome you all to our channel Doctor Simplified. So as you all can see, the topic for today's video is doubt clearing session number 1. I have grouped the most common doubts and provided a solution based on my own analysis and thinking. So let's look at the most common repetitive doubts which we have received. The first kind of doubt is, can you explain the preparation in detail? What books to read, suggestions? What are the study material, resources, and what is the ideal time to start the preparation? As we can see, according to me, the ideal time is whenever you get serious about the exam. That could be the time right now. That could have been 2 months back. That could have been 2 months later. Whenever you feel you are serious about the exam, that is the time when you actually start preparing. Before that, it is not the actual preparation. So, yes, it was the same for me. Rigorously started preparing for this exam around 2.5 or 3 months before my exam date back in 2023, and I studied like hell for this exam. And what all resources did I follow? I followed the standard textbooks which we have mentioned. So what I did was I noticed the previous year questions were a direct repeat of the lines of your textbook. So I marked all the previous year topics on my textbook. For example, I studied Davidson for myself, and there were repetitive lines which were occurring in the exams in subsequent years, and thus I tick marked those lines, those topics, and I studied them thoroughly. The same happened with PSM. The same I followed the same for pediatrics OP Ghai as well. So these were the standard textbooks which I followed. I did not follow any other preparation related textbook because I trusted myself during this journey. So yes, as I have mentioned about the books and the references, if you have time, for example, right now, like 4 or 5 months from the date of exam, then there is no better source than the standard textbooks. The questions are a direct copy paste of your textbook. Make sure you cover all the previous year topics. You don't need to mug up the entire textbook. Nobody can. The previous year topics are enough, trust me for that. And go through the previous year topics of this exam. You need to analyze what all is important and what to mark in your textbook, because you would understand there is a lot of repetition. Around 60 to 70% of the syllabus is going to repeat. So your 60-70% is the same thing which you have to revise again and again. Okay, yes, so you have time, go to the standard textbooks. There is nothing better than that. But if you have less time left, the best thing is to stick to your own notes or the reference material, because you need to cover your syllabus entirely, and add extra points of your previous year questions in your notes. I specifically did this for obs and gynae because I felt my notes were enough. So I just marked down the previous year questions or some more important points of my PYQs on my notes itself, and it was enough. And trust me, if you follow this is going to be enough. You don't need to buy any other book and heavy textbook to cover all of these. This much is enough. Now there is a bonus point which I felt was very useful for myself during my exam. This is the bonus point. I have written as one previous year question has 4 options, and each of the option which occurs in the question is an important topic itself. For example, if you understand it yourself, you have put up a question and you have put up 4 options. If you have put up 4 options, these options are already in your mind or the examiner's mind. That is where you understand that these options are important topics in themselves. This made my preparation very easy. It was quick and efficient. I wrote something about the options and I remembered those things, those important points of all the 4 options in the question. It made it very easy, and you feel like your preparation is going wholesome. Let us be honest. preparation material is not a very big deal. We all are medical students. We all can understand what is important for the exam and what is not. But where do we lack? We lack at the regular practice of the MCQs. I remember back in 2023 when there were hardly any platforms which were providing regular MCQs. I used to Google MCQs for daily quizzes of UPSC CMS, and I used to get some random 20-25 MCQs which never came in the exam, and those were really never important for the exam. But I had to be regular with my studies, so I used to follow up those things. But trust me, it was not useful. What if I tell you that you get daily quizzes, you get detailed explanation with memory map of the question, you get interactive sessions with doubt clearing as well, plus the best thing is you get full length mock tests. All of this combined on a single platform. If you are interested in this, I would definitely ask you to go to the description of this video and check out the link and join the group as soon as possible. It is definitely going to be worth it. This is the message. So pause this video for a moment and go through it. You are going to definitely realize that this is worth it, and it is going to help you a lot in your preparation as well. So yes, definitely worth it. Heads up. Let's go to the second kind of question, which is, sir, suppose we get into the CMS services, then after few months, he got PG. Will he get paid leave for 3 years of residency? If not, what's the alternate? Or after how many years am I allowed to give NEET PG if I clear CMS exam and get a job? The same kind of questions, can you tell us about the sponsored PG seats? When can we avail our EOL, extraordinary leaves, and go for higher studies as well? So this sponsor seat, MDMS, extraordinary leave, study leave, all of these things, these are endless questions which we receive. And so one of my super seniors had posted this in our group in the form of a flowchart. I have taken due permission from my senior and I have replicated the same thing, and you all can see this flowchart. This flowchart makes it very, very easy for you. Let me zoom out for you so that it becomes easier for you to understand. Suppose you complete 3 years of your service. Remember, 3 years of regular service is very important. Before that, you are not granted study leave or the extraordinary leave. So 3 years of service completed, you opt for extraordinary leave because you cracked your NEET PG on your own. That is PGC taken on merit, and there is no sponsorship. The government, the service department is not going to pay. The PG institute might pay in a lot of cases. In maximum cases, the PG institute pay you the stipend, and later on there is no bond, there is only undertaking. Second is extraordinary leave with sponsorship. The PG institute will not give stipend as you are sponsored. Plus, the government will not give you salary as you are on extraordinary leave. I know this is, this is a loss for us because we are neither going to receive the stipend nor the salary because we have utilized the sponsorship seat and we are on extraordinary leave. EOL does not give you salary as well. So yes, this is very important to understand. There is no bond and there is only undertaking. But the third point is, but is sponsorship given on EOL? This is very dicey. Few people get it and a lot of people don't get it. This is the honest fact. Now, here comes the 5 years of your service. Completed 5 years of your service, then you are, you can avail study leave. You are entitled for it. Now, the first thing is study leave with sponsorship. The Department of Service, that is wherever cadre you are working in, the department is going to pay you the salary, and the bond is mandatory in both the case, whether you get through your study leave and pursue your PG through sponsorship or without it. Then 5 years of service is mandatory in that department as a bond, or you pay the bond penalty, which is 3 years of your salary. The same thing happens if you go to the study leave on merit without taking the sponsorship. Again, in study leave, you are entitled for your salary, so you get your salary, but there is bond. In EOL, extraordinary leave, there is no bond, but in study leave, after 5 years of service, there is bond. You have to serve for 5 years in your department, else you have to pay the penalty. And after 5 years, you are still entitled for extraordinary leave, or EOL without sponsorship or with sponsorship. The rules are going to be same as above, which are entitled with the EOL. So I hope this simplified flowchart has made it easier for you. I will try to post the exact order along with this video, so that you can understand through the order itself. It is a huge long order. And yes, thank you for this simplified flowchart. Let's go to the third kind of questions, which are related to transfers, which are related to whether this state has the CGHS centers or other CMS centers. So let's go through it. Sir, is there postings in Karnataka? If it is there, then how much percentage of total postings are available? Have heard most of it is in Delhi. Is UPSC CMS a transferable job or not? And there are posts in West Bengal or not? And how do I know if any category 1 postings available in Hyderabad? I want to stay in my hometown for job if I get selected. I know that a lot of people, all of us definitely want to serve in our hometown and relax in our hometown when we have a good job like this. So yes, definitely majority of vacancies, especially in CGHS, Central Government Health Scheme, are present in Delhi. There are a lot of CGHS centers in Delhi, but there are equally a lot of CGHS centers across India, pan India. Transfers, yes, transfers do happen. Transfers can happen on request or as on rotational basis as well, but transfers are not very common. It is not very common to post me from Jammu to Hyderabad or some other state so easily, because the transfers are commonly intrazonal. You will understand the zone when you enter CGHS, or you clear CMS and you get through the service. There are zones. Few states come under a zone, and your transfers can happen within that. The chances of such transfers are more compared to other state transfers, until and unless you ask on your request, then your request for transfer is granted. Now I have posted a screenshot. I would like to all of you to follow. The people who are looking for CGHS, that is category 1, go to the website. I have taken screenshots from the website to make it easier to understand for all of us. Go to the website and cghs.nic.in. You would get this kind of a web page. Now you need to click on the view more, the first view more, which you can see in the green button. You click on that, you enter this page. When you enter this page, you can see the city and the wellness centers. If you click on the city, you get the states and the major headquarters cities, and you can see what all comes under it. If I put Chandigarh under it, under the city, then I would get wellness centers in Jammu. There are 2 wellness centers. I would get wellness center in Kashmir, in Punjab, Ambala, Chandigarh, Amritsar, Jalandhar and Shimla as well. So all of it is covered under the Chandigarh zone. Similar is the case if you put up Hyderabad. You would get all the wellness centers, the location of these wellness centers, which comes under the Hyderabad section. So I hope you all can understand from it. And this is it for today's video. These are the common doubts which we have which we have tried to clarify for all of you. We would come up with more such doubt clearing sessions, and I request all of you to post your doubts, whatever kind of doubts you have, in the comment section of this video. Till then, thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned with Dr. Simplified.